car audio world and what you'll see at Slamology as far as the audio competition. Slamology over the last 13 years has grown to become the largest car stereo contest in the world. We have competitors that bring their cars from all over the vehicles. They get from all over the world. They get shipped over from overseas, all across the country. People drive 40 hours just to get to this event to compete at Slamology right here in Indianapolis. The way this works is we run 3 different organizations. One's called DB Drag Racing, one's called IASCA, and the other's called MECA. And the way that those 3 organizations work is they work on a sound pressure level of the vehicle. So in the Black Tahoe here we have Mike England. Mike is a world record holding audio competitor in IASCA. And Mike, we're going to take a minute here and let you talk about your vehicle and tell us how you build it, how you're different than other competitors, what kind of puts you on a professional level, and obviously how much money you have in this system.
Well, I start off, I got 2 DC level 412s, 2,000 watts, wired at 0.7. It did 148.6 on 2,000 watts, sealed on the windshield. Street value, if you were to build this yourself, it's about 12 grand. We've got 180 hours of build time, 65 hours of paint, and 110 hours of install time. Hello? There we go. 110 hours of install time. We did this in a 1-car garage in Danville, Indiana. Little Bill, who's over at the Pinstripers Challenge, is the one that painted it. Me and my 15-year-old daughter and my buddy Kevin is the one that built it. And then this guy right here, he's the one that actually built the box himself. I mean, it's fun. We enjoy it. You know, it's just a daily driver. I drive it every day to work. I beat on it every day. And it sounds pretty good, I do think myself.
Awesome. Well, we'll let the crowd be the judge of that. Hey, Rob, why don't you go ahead and introduce the crowd to Matt Julius and let him talk about the difference in his system compared to Mike's.
Sure. One thing you can tell right off the bat, Donnie, is smaller vehicles, right? I don't know, Bourbon and a little Scion. This is Matt Julius, everybody. He's been a big part of helping out at Slamology as well every year. Matt, go ahead and kick it off. Tell us a little bit about your ride real quick.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, I've got a 2006 Scion XB, running 2 of the older Memphis M-Class, or M3 10s, and an older 1100 watt amp and a 75x4. So it's about 9-year-old equipment. Still sounds like it did the day I put it in. This is more of like a budget build. You know, on average, I think I've got maybe 3 grand total in this one, versus, you know, all the extra time and money he's got in his. You know, I've been through the years of, you know, 4 subwoofers in an extended cab truck, all that type of stuff. I was looking for something with a little more sound quality, and then if I needed to take the box out and actually haul cargo. When my daughter was born 5 years ago, the box came out for about a month, so I could haul the stroller and all the other goods, and then, well, that didn't last very long. So, yesterday was the first time I ran it. First run was 137.6 dB, and then I found out I didn't even have my battery charger hooked up to the battery, so I thought that was pretty respectable for the first time it ever had been ran. Mine's kind of just an average, you know, I didn't go all flashy and everything like that, just a, you know, an average build of what you can do and average equipment, so.
Guys, let's give it up for Matt and Mike for helping us out. We're gonna see them do a little run. If you come to the middle a little bit and look down the pipe between these two, you'll be able to see the screen, and then you'll be able to see the most sexiest guy that has ever lived standing right behind the screen. We call him Hone. Give it up for Hone. Woo! All right, guys, they're gonna first do a little demo with the doors shut, and then we're gonna open it up right after that. So,
right. Now, Rob, this first run is going to be very similar to what goes on at Slamology or in any audio contest. And the reason we have these 2 vehicles is because they're in 2 completely different classes. And what we want everybody to understand is you don't have to have super high level car audio to get involved into the industry and to get involved in the competition. There's classes for every single stereo out there outside of stock. I mean, you could enter stock with some of the newer vehicles, but there's competitions there for everybody. So we welcome you out and want you to try to compete for a trophy and come and understand more of the audio side. Everybody thinks it's just about noise, and it's not. These guys are tuning and processing and trying to hit certain dB levels. In the dB drag racing world, that's just like bracket racing. So they're trying to not outbust their bracket race. So if it's a 149.9 class, they hit 150, they're out, they're disqualified. Which in a lot of cases in a world record situation, and like with Slamology, the 3X competition, what'll happen is those guys just ruin their whole season. So there's very, very competitive side of this. And like I said, Slamology is the largest in the world, but there's thousands of these that go on every single weekend in car audio shops, other smaller car shows, all type of stuff. So their first run, we're going to see their DBs with their doors closed. This is very similar to how they would run through in a situation at an audio contest. You guys ready? Mike, you ready? Matt, you ready? Cool. Both are ready. Okay, so what you're seeing here is Matt is on the right-hand lane. He's at a 125, and Mike's at a 143.1. Now, you'll notice you'll hear a little bit of rattling, and this isn't oh my gosh, ground thing shaky level that you were looking for. They have monitors that are mounted onto their, after we look, you guys can come up here and look. There's a sound pressure monitor that is mounted onto the windshield. So right now, Mike has 143.1 decibels of sound pressure level. Very similar to a 747 aircraft taking off. So that's what's going on inside these vehicles.
Right, and Matt also 137.8. So these guys run them for 30 seconds. They have a 30-second time spot to hit that level. 143.1 for Mr. England, 137.8 for Mr. Julius.
Okay, now we're going to let Mike open his vehicle up so you guys can kind of get a little feel of what's going on inside this vehicle. Now this is just a small introduction.
We got bricks on the floor.
Go ahead.
Justin Timberlake, last year was 24, this year is 28. Taste everywhere, that's the icing on the cake. Wanna be a hood nigga, I can show you what it takes.
Dual services. He can do a demo vehicle, which is what this is at the moment. When everything's opened up and it's wide open and you can feel the bass, it's a demo vehicle. Hey, Mike, thank you. Now, we want to draw your attention over to this amazing bravada that's built over here. Dave, where's Dave at? Is
Dave's right here.
Oh, okay.
Come to the skeleton, everybody. Look at the power that's in here. There's a few cords, you know. Just a few cords in here. What is this? Is that a 12 volt?
I think they call that power wire.
That's just a 12 volt.
Hey guys, Dave is one of the top competitors in the United States. He travels all over the U.S., been to Canada a few times, goes to Florida, been everywhere in the world competing on a car audio level. He is considered one of the biggest pros in the industry at the moment. His car is a full custom build, and it's an audio competitor. So not only is he entered in the car show here, and he'll probably play some top honors on the car show side of it, he's also world champions, world records, he holds everything, and he's located here in Indianapolis. So something to think about, guys. Rob, why don't you give the mic to Dave and let him explain to you guys what exactly is involved in his system, talk about the wattage, how much you got going on, let them know what it takes to make this power they're getting ready to see. And then I'm going to need one volunteer with super long hair. I need one female long hair girl come see me. Go ahead, Dave. Tell them about your truck. Let me find somebody in the crowd out here.
It has 4 Crossfire 8Ks. They do about 10,000 watts RMS. I have 19 16-volt batteries in the back. I got 600 foot of zero gauge OFC copper wire. 3 350 amp high output alternators on the front of it to power it all. It's taken me about 8 years to get it where it is now. It does 165 plus on the class legal. It can bust your.
Hey Dave, talk into the mic so they can hear you.
You want me to scream in it? That better?
That would be perfect.
All right. But I run all Crossfire. Great product, great team. 4 8Ks, like I was saying, you know, they do about 10K a piece. The subs are 415s in the front. They take about 10,000 watts a piece. They'll handle more than that on a burp. It's taken me about 8 years to get it where it is. I've had numerous builds in and out of it. It's been ripped apart probably about 15, 20 times. A lot of science, a lot of math, so kids stay in school. You know, it'll help you a lot doing this. It is fun. You know, I've met a lot of people doing this. I've went a lot of places, different states, everywhere, and made a lot of good friends and family and everything over the years. And it was a hobby for me when I started. Now it's just like a passion. It's something I love to do. Like some of the guys over here build all these hot rods and cars. Everybody has their own little clique that they like to do, and this is something I found that I love to do and everything. So that's about it.
All right, well, we appreciate you coming out here this weekend, doing demos at noon, 2 and 4 today. So if you guys want to come back and check it out again, we got some long hair.
We found a volunteer. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Guys, you want to see some of that? Get your videos ready, your cameras ready. You want to see the hair? She doesn't even have to have her head full of hair tricks. We've seen this before. Her husband's very involved in the industry. I think she grows her hair like this just for this.
Sure.
I wouldn't doubt it.
So what you're going to see here is Dave is going to do what we consider a demo. We have hundreds of vehicles that come from all over the country that are just demo vehicles. So when you spend your day at a show like Slamology in the car audio section of it, you can just go from cars to cars to cars and just get bass demos all day long.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on. Let's get the countdown. 3.
Hey Dave, hold on. I found one more volunteer that would love to give us a shot. I've got Christina here with me. We're working our way around the vehicle. Let's get one more half a song out of you.
How you feeling, Dave?
Just a half a song.
Dave, how was that, Lori?
It was okay.
Okay.
You got an okay from her.
Christina, have you had a demo from a vehicle before?
No.
Don't act like
Never in
it's
your
loud.
life. First time. Where are you from?
Carmel, Indiana.
Carmel, Indiana. We're getting ready to change your life, Christina. Go ahead and lean on the vehicle there. Enjoy the ride.
He's killing me.
Are you nervous, Christina? No, not at all. Oh boy. Here we go. Indiana Jones, where you at?